Hello, and welcome to Night's News. I'm Nevin Herzog.
And I'm Tess Buckley. In today's episode,
Band members begin preparing for auditions.
Norse BU prepares for another year.
Kaleidoscope makes its premiere.
And we hear about your favorite musicians in the spotlight.
In our first story, Ilani Pedroza finds out what it takes to audition for ILMEA.
In November, band and choir students choose to audition for the ILMEA Honors Program. This elite program only accepts a few students from North per year, so what exactly do you need to do to prepare for this? ILMEA auditions are offered for vocalists, concert instrumentalists, and jazz instrumentalists. A concert band audition consists of playing 2 etudes and a full scale sheet, both of which are entered through an online video submission. Thomas Gornett is a senior here at Grayslake North, and he will be auditioning for ILMEA this year.
So I'm auditioning for the concert band program. I'm auditioning on clarinet.
How many times have you auditioned in the past?
If we include middle school, it's been 5. This is going to be the 6th one, so 5 before. Normally our band director just tells us to audition. So to prepare for the pieces, I normally look up a recording of the pieces, and then I pick out the parts that make their recording special, and then mark in my music, and then normally it's just practicing slowly, putting it all together.
Wishing luck to Thomas in the coming months, as well as all others who audition. Ilani Pedroza, GNHS-TV.
Thanks, Ilani. We hope all of that hard work pays off.
Next, Michael Jefferson sits down with Mr. Alger to talk about North's Black Union.
GNHS-TV, Michael Jefferson here with Mr. Alger.
Hi guys, I'm Mr. Alger, Prevention and Wellness Coordinator here at Grayslake North and one of the sponsors of our Black Union.
So today we'll be talking about Black Union. And Mr. Alger, I have a couple questions for you. So what is BU?
I think that's a great question and something we want to make sure that our students know about the Black Union here at the high school. It's a student activity, a club for all students, but supporting particularly our Black students, celebrating Black excellence, and we're certainly open to anyone and all allies to come and be a part of the work and the fun that we're having together Wednesdays after school in A154.
And how long has Black Union been around at GNHS?
Black Union was a student group that was developed in 2019, really led by an initiative and an interest of a number of our students here at the high school, and something that we continue to work to grow, and particularly kind of after the pandemic are looking for more students to be involved, and we look forward to a lot of great things this school year.
So what are some things that Black Union has been focusing on, or some initiatives that you guys are going to take this school year?
Yeah, so as we're growing as a group, that's certainly something that we're talking about in our meetings. It's really a student-led organization where we as sponsors want to make sure that we're creating space for our students to do what they think is most important. In the short term, right, we've been looking as to how we can, as a group, work to support and celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. There's a number of other things that we want to do in terms of planning some field trips and figuring out down the road how we continue as a group to grow and to create those spaces in our buildings for our students to be able to express themselves fully and be most comfortable.
Okay, Michael Jefferson with GNHS-TV. Thank you for your time, Mr. Alger.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We look forward to seeing big things from the group this year.
Our theater department has always put on great productions, but this year they started with something new.
Rory Dwyer takes us inside Kaleidoscope with Miss Schwartz and Gus Calhoun.
This is Rory Dwyer here with GNHS-TV. Today, we interview teacher and director Cher Schwartz and senior Gus Calhoun about this year's Green Room Theater theatrical review, Kaleidoscope.
Green Room is doing a cabaret show, which I've now actually kind of seen more as like a theatrical review. My philosophy with this show is very much like whoever shows up has a spot. I wanted to make sure that we gave every student an opportunity to be featured, whether that's a solo in a song or their own monologue or a scene. So students who typically don't have the opportunity to be on stage, or maybe they typically get cast in the ensemble, I wanted them to have the opportunity to be featured.
I am in 4 songs, so I also do a Hispanic song, so that's great. And I do tech. I am lighting crew head for this show. It really helps me get all of my emotions out, and I don't know, it's a great way to express myself and relieve a lot of stress.
Theater is very important because it's allowing us to have like an open sort of space that we get to define in our own head. So yeah, theater to me is all about giving people the opportunity to explore different aspects of their identity, but also try on like a different identity. You know, I have students who sometimes I'll give them a character and they're like, I don't know how to do this, that's not who I am. And I'm like, great, it's who the character is. You know, like we get to be someone else. And then also on the technical side, like we get, students get to play with like lighting, they get to play with sound, they get to think about how do I make a prop, you know, like out of the stuff that we have around. How do I make a set that's going to give us a hint of a setting without being too explicit? So like, I think for me it's the creativity, but also here in particular, I think it's very welcoming and like we're just like this home for whoever wants to join us.
The theme of empowerment, considering I'm a senior and I'm going off to college, it's kind of a stepping stone in my senior year, being like a moving forward kind of thing and having that confidence going into high school or to college.
I also think it's really cool. We've got a lot of representation culturally. We had some Latina students who got really excited about the format of the show, and they are able to perform in Spanish. They came up with a telenovela scene, and we can't typically showcase that in like our shows because, you know, we just don't have enough students that are Spanish speaking with the interest in doing theater. But for this, it was the perfect amount for us to do a couple of songs in Spanish and do a couple of scenes in Spanish. And so that way we can get that hint and they can feel proud and they can feel like they're representing their culture. And that's all I ask for.
Sounds like Kaleidoscope was a big success. This is Rory Dwyer with GNHS-TV.
Thanks, Rory.
In our final story, Ilani Pedroza is back, and she asked North students who their favorite musicians are in the Spot Night.
Today, in the Spot Night, we're looking at Grayslake North students' favorite musicians.
Darren Chris.
Balthazar.
My favorite artist is Faye Webster.
Theo Katzman. ABBA.
John Travolta.
My favorite band is totally Slam Funk because they're so much fun to hang around with and they play really awesome music.
These were our favorite musicians. What's yours? Ilani Pedroza, GNHS-TV.
That brings our first episode of Night's News of this school year to a close.
We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow us on social media.
I'm Nevina Ertzig.
I'm Tess Buckley.
Have a great day, Knights.
What's up?